It's on me! We're falling back!
You mean fall off?
Yeah! Axe! Axe on me! Eddie! We're falling back! Ready! Roger!
That is Mark Wahlberg and Lone Survivor. I liked it a lot. It's really good. And you're playing in the movie a real guy, a real Navy SEAL.
Yes.
Guy who, well, I guess you'd know more about him than we would. So tell us a little bit about the guy.
I'm still getting to know him. His name is Marcus Luttrell. He was the only guy from Operation Red Wing out of the 14 guys that went up there, and also, actually, a total of 19 guys died that day on the mountain. It's one of the worst tragedies in the history of the Navy SEALs. But they were up there looking for a high-ranking Taliban official, and what happened was they were stumbled upon by a couple of goat herders, and they made a decision to either, they had two choices, either let him go or compromise, terminate the compromise, and they decided to let these guys go, and within 40 minutes to an hour, they were surrounded by a couple hundred Taliban, and they engaged for 3.5 hours, and all of his team guys perished that day, and he actually crawled 7.5 miles after having a broken pelvis, hip, shot multiple times, crushed his face, bit his tongue in half, crawled 7.5 miles, and was saved by an Afghan villager who actually risked his own life, went to war against the Taliban. He was in this village for 4.5 days before he was rescued. And it's an amazing...
It is an amazing story.
It's an amazing movie. It really is. I mean, I have a huge appreciation for our military and what they do for us, but seeing something like this and experiencing, getting to know firsthand, it really kind of makes you appreciate them a lot more.
Feels very, very real. Pete Berg directed the movie.
Yes.
And, yeah, it's really, really good. I enjoyed it. Now, you just got your high school diploma, is that correct?
Yes.
You got it online?
Yes. Yeah, they created a program where you could kind of go back and take courses online, and I did it over the course of a year.
Why did you decide to do that?
Aside from letting my kids shoot paintball guns at some of my friends, I need to make them, understand the value of an education. And so I didn't want them saying, well, Dad, you're semi-successful and you didn't go to high school, never mind college, so why should we?
Yeah.
And also, it was one of my biggest regrets. I always felt like that was something that was kind of holding me back from being as successful as I wanted to be.
Now, will you go on to community college, or how will it work from here on?
I'm going to Harvard, baby. You know what? I would love to possibly study film at USC or UCLA. I would love to, or, study business.
What's the point, really? I mean, what is the point of doing that? I'm here to talk some sense into you. You don't need to study anything anymore.
Well, you know what? It's just things that interest me. So if I can continue to further my education and help to further my career and my success, then I think it would be beneficial.
Well, if you have a crappy attitude like that, then you're not going to go anywhere.
Exactly. I'm working on it. That's why I go to church every day.
How is your friend Nacho, by the way? We mentioned Nacho. He was here with you one time. He drank a lot of hot sauce. He may even have set a record that night.
He did set a world record that night. But you know what? Nacho has met his match, because one of the things that my wife, she's not okay with it, but she does let me do it from time to time. For a long time, my kids have been doing this thing called making yuckies for Nacho, where they try to make the most horrible concoctions possible using anything they can find, whether it be from the pantry, the fridge, the garbage, as long as it's not from the toilet. And they put these things together, and Nacho has to drink them. And it was the first time that they ever beat Nacho. He was projectile vomiting off of our back porch. But he's starring on the Wahlburgers reality series, and between him and the real Johnny Drama, they're completely making my brother Paul and my mother crazy, and it makes for television gold. And he's finally going to be a big star.
You are a complex man, Mark Wahlberg.
Exactly. You're starting to understand the matter.
Mark Wahlberg, Lone Survivor opens in New York and LA Christmas Day. We're right back with Bruce Stern.